across the certain obstacles, majorly in the northern terrain, and this particular being the ATV is indigenously made. This is
Sir, how many people can sit at once in this particular vehicle and with weapon or without weapon?
Total of 3 people can sit in this particular vehicle and 2 at the back along with 1 driver.
This is the kind of suspension that we have. In fact, it looks very fascinating, and as far as officers are concerned, so they are in fact saying that this year you're going to see these indigenous vehicles. Some of them have been inducted and some of them are under trial, and Indian Army will be inducting these vehicles officially in the army. We know about drone-based drugs deliveries, drone-based weapon deliveries by Pakistan in the northern borders, and this is the reason why this device in front of me is very important. This time on Republic Day, we are going to see this drone jammer in the display, and I'll try to talk to the officer concerned as to what are the specifications and what is the work of this particular jammer. I'm joined by Madam Lieutenant Colonel Ankita Chauhan. Ma'am, if you can tell us about the particular device, the particular equipment, and also the kind of indigenization that we have in this particular device.
Right. Firstly, morning to you. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Ankita Chauhan. I'm the contingent commander for the drone jammer system, which is a recently inducted equipment by the Corps of Signals. So it is a countermeasure equipment which addresses the issue of the hostile drone activities, unauthorized hostile drone activities by countering the communication link. So it disrupts the communication link as well as the navigation link, because of which the drone ultimately falls off.
This is going to be a part of the display that we are going to see in the Republic Day Parade 2024, and Indian Army is going to see a number of indigenous products, and one of such product is this drone jammer that is very useful and very essential for the armed forces. And given the fact that we have activities in Jammu and Kashmir, activities in Punjab, to counter those activities, this device is very important. First of all, welcome to India, and my first question, if you can talk to us about the kind of practice and the kind of feeling, because you are going to march with Indian troops and on this important occasion when we are celebrating our Republic Day.
Okay. Thank you. So first I would like to thank India for the invitation. We are very honored to be here in India. So yes, every day we wake up very early in the morning. So we arrive near Kartavian Pass and starting to warm up. Okay. Then the musicians are playing little songs and the Indian soldiers are very fond about it. So that's very nice. And then we go, but the French Legion, this is the soldiers will march in the Kartavia Pass. We say often that they are very good in a parade, so they like it. So it's not a bad mission for us. It's more than a mission. It's a pleasure. It's an honor to do it every day. So I think we will ready for the D-Day, and we'll make our best for our Indian friends.
Indigenous medium-range surface-to-air missile is going to be a very part of Republic Day Parade 2024, and I'm joined by Lieutenant Sumita Tiwari to talk to us about the particular equipment and also the components. Ma'am, if you can talk to us about the component that is going to be a very part of the Republic Day Parade.
Right. So MRSAM, also known as the medium-range surface-to-air missile weapon system, or the ABRA weapon system, is basically designed in a way so that it can engage various aerial targets at long ranges. It is a theater asset that provides area air defense cover to our own critical assets. Now the equipment that you see behind me is the MRSAM launcher. Now the launcher is designed in a way to provide so that it can carry the MRSAM supersonic missiles and can launch them. Now these missiles are equipped with an active seeker that intercepts and destroys or neutralizes the aerial targets such as drones, fighter aircrafts, as well as cruise missiles.
Ma'am, if you can also talk to us about the components that are standing there, the trucks that are standing there.
Right. So, right behind the MRSAM launcher is the MFR, that is the multifunctional radar. Now, this multifunctional radar is mounted on an 8x8 high mobility vehicle, and it is an advanced three-dimensional phased array radar that carries out search and track of aerial targets.
Right. So, this is the whole team of medium range surface to air missile, and in fact, if I can show you these individuals, the personnel. These people will be a very part of the Republic Day celebration 2024 and medium range surface to air missile, the indigenous component. This year, we are going to see a number of equipments that are indigenous in nature, and medium range surface to air missile is one of them. It is going to happen for the first time that an Indian Army couple is going to march together at Kartavya Path on the occasion of Republic Day. Though they have different contingents, but these two officers, we have Captain Suprita Singh and also Major Jerry Blaze, they are actually going to march together. They are husband and wife, and I'll try to talk to them. Ma'am, first of all, you are going to march together. This is going to happen on 26th of January. What is the feeling like? Because घर पे तो साथ रहते हैं, now in the profession as well, you are going to march together on this big day.
Both of us consider ourselves to be very lucky and proud that we've got this opportunity to be marching together as a couple. And both of us being NCC cadets, we marched. I was part of Rajpath 2016. He was part of the NCC RD camp in the year 2014. So it was our dream back then that we become officers and come back here and lead a contingent. And today our dream is coming true, and we feel really proud and happy that.
Was it planned or was it just a coincidence?
No, it was not planned. It just happened. I got selected and I informed him that this is how, and later he gave his selections and he got through, and that is how we are here.
Major, you tell us, this is going to be, a thing for forever. You are going to have this memory forever. What is the feeling like? And also your wife will be marching together.
This is the first time which is happening, and I hope we set examples further coming down the years as well.
Good evening, hello and welcome. You're watching CNN News 18. This is Nation at 5 with me, Poonam Burde. The Pran Pratishtha of the Ram Temple was over yesterday, but the politics is only escalating. We see from different quarters, different parts of the state, different leaders of the opposition coming out and blaming the BJP for tom-tomming about yesterday's Pran Pratishtha, trying to claim credit. Well, the BJP, of course, wants or hopes to see this event reap political dividends in the future come 2024 elections, which is why we're going to be seeing BJP ministers, members of parliament, MLAs, all taking devotees from their respective constituencies to Ayodhya on a Chalo Ayodhya pilgrimage for the next 2 months. But we had leaders from the opposition, including Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, including Chief Minister of Kerala, Pinarayi Vijayan, who all came out and accused the BJP of trying to appropriate Lord Ram and his legacy. That is not how the state should rule, was the statement that came to the fore from Pinarayi Vijayan. We also saw political war of words between the BJP and the DMK in Tamil Nadu when Nirmala Sitharaman, Union Minister, alleged that the state government and the police had blocked the live telecast of the Pran Pratishtha ceremony yesterday, an allegation the DMK outrightly rejects. Listen in to those political fireworks.
ಬಹಳ ಜನ ನನಗೆ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮದವರು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನೀವು ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಅಯೋಧ್ಯೆಗೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಒಂದು ನಾನು ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ, ಯಾವಾಗ ಶ್ರೀರಾಮಚಂದ್ರನ ನೋಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. ಶ್ರೀರಾಮಚಂದ್ರನ ಮೂರ್ತಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಒಂದೇ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂರ್ತಿ ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಒಂದೇನೆ, ಅಯೋಧ್ಯೆನಲ್ಲಿ ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಒಂದೇನೆ. ರಾಮಾಯಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬರೇ ಶ್ರೀರಾಮಚಂದ್ರ, ಒಬ್ಬರೇ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಣ, ಒಬ್ಬರೇ ಸೀತಾದೇವಿ, ಒಬ್ಬರೇ ಆಂಜನೇಯ ಇರೋದು. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇವ್ರೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅಯೋಧ್ಯೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಶ್ರೀರಾಮನ ಮೂರ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ. ಅದು ಅಲ್ಲ, ಶ್ರೀರಾಮ ಒಬ್ಬರೇ ಇರಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯನೇ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೀತಾದೇವಿ, ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಣ, ಆಂಜನೇಯ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅದು ಪರಿಪೂರ್ಣ ಆಗೋದು. ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷ ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿಯವರು ರಾಮನ್ನ ಪೂಜಿಸ್ತೀವಿ, ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ರಾಮನ್ ಪೂಜಿಸಲ್ಲ.
ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನವರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದವರು. ಅವರು ಇಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಮುಸ್ಲಿಮರ ಓಲೈಕೆ ಮಾಡಾಕ, ಅಲ್ಪಸಂಖ್ಯಾತರ ಓಲೈಕೆ ಮಾಡಾಕ, ಇದು ರಾಮನ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದವರು. ಬರೀ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯನವರು, ಸೋನಿಯಾ ಗಾಂಧಿ, ರಾಹುಲ್ ಗಾಂಧಿ, ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನವ್ರು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಯಾಕೆ? ಹಿಂದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಾತಂತ್ರ್ಯ ಸಿಕ್ಕ ಮೇಲೆ ಸರ್ದಾರ್ ವಲ್ಲಭಾಯ್ ಪಟೇಲ್ ಅವರು ಸೋಮನಾಥ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನದ ಪುನಃಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ಯುವರಾಜ ರಾಹುಲ್ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಅವರ ಮುತ್ತಜ್ಜ ಜವಾಹರ್ಲಾಲ್ ನೆಹರು ಅವರು ಅದರ ಉದ್ಘಾಟನೆಗೆ ಕೂಡ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಆ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದವರು. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬಾಬು ರಾಜೇಂದ್ರ ಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಹೋಗಬೇಡ್ರಿ ಅಂಥೇಳಿ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಪಟ್ಟವರು. ಸೊ ಈ ವಂಶಸ್ಥರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಅಥವಾ ಆ ವಂಶಸ್ಥರ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಅವ್ರ ಹಿಂಬಾಲಕರಾದಂಥ ಈ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಗರಿಂದ ನಾವೇನು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ನಿರೀಕ್ಷೆ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರು ಏನೋ ಲಭ ಅಂತ ಹೊಯ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು ಸತ್ತೆ ಜನ ಅವ್ರ ಮಾತು ಕೇಳುವಂಥ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ
কখনো বিজেপি আমাকে বলে মমতাজ বেগম, আর কখনো যদি আপনাদের মধ্যে কেউ বলে আমি নাকি আপনাদের কোনো উন্নয়ন করিনি, আমার মনে তো দুঃখ হয়। কোথায় ছিল সেদিন যেদিন বাবরি মসজিদ ধ্বংস হয়ে গিয়েছিল? আজকে এই কথাটা কালকে অভিষেক বলেছে যে এত মৃতদেহের ওপর দাঁড়িয়ে আমি আমার ধর্মকে আমি সম্মান জানাতে পারবো না, তার কারণ আমার মনে মৃতদেহগুলোকে শ্রদ্ধা জানাতে ইচ্ছা করছে। আজকে যে ধর্ম নেই, কমিউনাল রাইট হোক না কেন, আমরা তাদের শ্রদ্ধা জানাই, আমরা তাদের শহীদ হিসেবে ঘোষণা করি।
Secularism is the soul of the Democratic Republic of India. It has been part of our identity as a nation right from the days of our national movement. Now we have come to a point in time when the inauguration of a religious place of worship in the country is being celebrated as a state event. Most of us have been invited to participate in the rituals by the trust in charge of it. As those who have pledged to preserve and protect our constitution, let us reaffirm our commitment to its secular character by declining to participate in the event, upholding our constitutional responsibilities.
Pallavi now joining us for more perspective on this. Pallavi, in the run-up to the 2024 elections, we are going to be seeing politics over the Ram temple, over who's appropriating Ram, only escalate. The united opposition really has only one thing to say, that the BJP is trying to gain credit and political mileage out of this. I don't think the BJP would be shying away from it now, given that we are going to be seeing BJP members take devotees from different constituencies to Ayodhya.
Absolutely. In fact, one of the main fulcrums of the BJP's manifesto always has been the construction of the Ram Mandir, and they're not going to forget that moment. It was a huge, somber moment, certainly, and something which touched upon large number of Indians across the country. In fact, both north as well as south, and the BJP is going to make the point that Ram is not something which is emotive only for people of the Hindi heartland belt or the what is considered to the BJP stronghold. It's even down south equally the BJP has managed to touch the people through the construction of the Ram Mandir. You're talking about Lok Sabha elections. I would also say immediately inside the parliament session, the last one before the elections are called out. Again, I think the BJP is going to make a big moment of it, with the Prime Minister most probably being congratulated by all the party colleagues. And you're going to see the deep divide inside the parliament on that. For example, Rahul Gandhi has stuck to his stand where he has said that, it was a BJP RSS event and the Prime Minister presided over it. That kind of sharp political divide on the issue of Ram is become evident, and I think this is something which is just going to gain more and more traction as we move closer to a Lok Sabha elections.
Absolutely. Pallavi, do stay on with me. And it's different voices from within the opposition that have now come out to slam the BJP of trying to make this or making it a political event, more about the BJP, less about Lord Ram. We saw a face-off erupt in the state of Tamil Nadu as well. Union Minister Nirmala Sitharaman was in the state there at one of the temples where she wanted to watch the live telecast of the Pran Pratishtha ceremony. She alleges that the police came down and blocked it on the directions of the state government. The BJP is alleging that DMK is misusing the police to do their bidding, a charge the DMK outrightly rejects. Listen in to that face-off.
We have, unfortunately, the Tamil Nadu police being misused by the government of Tamil Nadu. Police being misused. Police are normally performing their duty. They are being misused by Hindu-hating DMK. And that's what is happening now. Let's see what happens. Can any citizen be denied watching the Honorable Prime Minister? The DMK is clearly showing its personal hatred for Prime Minister and suppressing worshippers, bhakts, people who want to worship Ram, who's now coming back to his city into a proper temple. We would like to watch it.
Chief Minister has very rightly called the BJP as the university of a WhatsApp university which spreads false information. So that is what this is also about, because no temple has been stopped from doing pujas or doing anything, any rituals in the name of Ram or anybody for that matter. And I don't think they've banned any LED screens. I'm sure there were places where they had LED screens and they were showing live whatever happened in Ayodhya and the Prime Minister walking alone. Everything was showed, so nothing happened.
Purnima now joining us live, getting us more perspective on the BJP versus the DMK fight that's playing on down south. Now, Purnima, we saw the Prime Minister in multiple temples across the southern part of the country. Over 2 days, several temples were visited in Tamil Nadu by the Prime Minister. Even then, we had the DMK come out and make some unsavory comments against the BJP and what the Ram Temple or the inauguration of the Ram Temple meant.
Well, this is clearly going to be the key narrative put forth by the BJP, even in the southern part of India, where parties like the DMK, in fact, maintain that the BJP is trying to damage the reputation of the DMK by calling it anti-Hindu, by making claims and allegations that yes, screening of the Ayodhya event was banned by the DMK government, and the DMK government had in fact misused, had misused the police to do so and stop the screening. However, this is not true. Permission was not sought by the BJP and therefore there was no question of denying permission in the first place, and the Madras High Court, Chief Minister cited the Madras High Court order that came in favour of the DMK government. In fact, this is something that the DMK is also trying to reiterate at every given platform. Ever since Sunday, when we saw Union Minister put out tweets and address the media, there were counterclaims by the DMK calling it false propaganda, calling it planned rumour to demean the image of the DMK. So DMK is also consciously trying to rebut at every given opportunity, because they also know that hurting the Hindu sentiments of the Hindu people would really cost them dear, which is why DMK is also being conscious, and they are also making statements saying that they are not anti-Hindu, and that's something that the BJP wants to portray, and people of Tamil Nadu will know that, and this is going to be the key issue in the months before the Lok Sabha polls.
Hindu tag affects the DMK or not, it definitely will affect the India bloc, which is the opposition alliance, because they will be asked questions of the kind of decisions or the statements the alliance partners make. We have someone from the Congress also now coming out and making a controversial comment, because the politics over the Pran Pratishtha ceremony continues to escalate. Former Union Minister Veerappa Moily is the latest one to come out and question the Prime Minister and the BJP. He goes on to ask if the 11-day Anushthan by the Prime Minister was even real, and if not, then the Pran Pratishtha ceremony and the fact that he was inside the Sanctum Sanctorum is impure.
ಅವರು ಪಾಪ ಉಪವಾಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ನಾನು ಇವತ್ತು ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಹತ್ರ ವಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಒಬ್ಬ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಬದುಕಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಬದುಕಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಪವಾಡ. ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ಎಷ್ಟರ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಅದು ಆ ಉಪವಾಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅದು ಡೌಟ್. ಉಪವಾಸ ಮಾಡದೆ ಅವರು ಗರ್ಭಗುಡಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಅದರಿಂದ ಆ ಸ್ಥಳ ಅಪವಿತ್ರ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಹೊರತು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಉತ್ಪಾದನೆ ಆ ಸ್ಥಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ.
Harish, my colleague, now joining us live, getting us more perspective on this. Harish, controversial comments coming to the fore from different leaders of the Congress party from the state. It was the Chief Minister, Mr. Siddaramaiah, who came out and said that we worship Mahatma Gandhi's Ram and not the BJP's. Now we have Veerappa Moily questioning the motives or questioning the actions of the Prime Minister.
Absolutely. One, this seems to be more of a personal attack. questioning if the Prime Minister had fasted for 11 days. And he said, I spoke to a doctor. He said that's not possible at all. But what really will irk a lot of people is that he says if the Prime Minister hasn't fasted properly for the last 11 days and he went inside the sanctum sanctorum, then the whole place becomes apavitra or impure. And he says the place loses its energy. That's the statement by Veerappa Moily. Yes, there is politics happening, but the fact that now the former union minister is questioning the sanctum sanctorum and the energy it has is something that the Congress will find difficult to justify, considering the kind of love and support the whole new Ram Mandir has received over the last few weeks. And what we've seen yesterday after the Pran Pratishtha ceremony, the Congress would find it extremely difficult to defend the statement of Veerappa Moily, especially personal attack on the Prime Minister and also questioning if the sanctum sanctorum has become impure and does it have the same kind of energy that it ideally should have.
That's the point that perhaps would be latched onto by the BJP, isn't it, Harish? The fact that not just are you raising or casting aspersions against the Prime Minister or the BJP, but you're casting aspersions on the temple in itself. We've seen the kind of the number of people that have thronged Ayodhya in just the last few hours today as the doors open for the public, and that's only going to continue. So the BJP is going to make this about how it's an insult to Lord Ram and to the millions of followers, millions of devotees that believe in him.
Absolutely. As you rightly mentioned, it's got a lot of love and affection. It's a matter of faith. And we have seen the kind of support it's received across the country, not just the number of people who've turned up at Ayodhya yesterday and today, but also the kind of people who took part, the number of people who took part in various events that were organized across the country for marking this day or to celebrate this day, and to raise aspersions saying that perhaps the Garbhagriha or the sanctum sanctorum of this holy temple has become impure is something that the BJP will definitely go to town, telling people that this is the kind of mindset that the Congress is having. Remember, even yesterday, the Congress spoke about differentiating Ram, saying there's one Ram practiced or celebrated and offered puja by the BJP, the other is by Gandhi. Even as the state unit is struggling to defend that or counter that, you have another controversial statement by Veerappa Moily, perhaps this one more of a personal attack on the Prime Minister and also questioning the sanctity of that Garbhagriha of the newly made Ram Mandir in Ayodhya.
And Harish, it's not just Veerappa Moily. In fact, there is another Congress leader from the state of Karnataka that has also now made another personal attack on the Prime Minister. Congress MLA GS Patil has now hit out at Prime Minister Modi and why he took part in the Pran Pratishtha ceremony, going on to question if he is not married as he claims, then why was he a part of a ritual where only couples should take part in?
ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಯುವ ನಾಯಕರಾದಂಥ ನಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದಂಥ ರಾಹುಲ್ ಗಾಂಧಿಯವರು ಕೈಗೊಂಡಂಥ ಭಾರತ್ ಜೋಡೋ ನ್ಯಾಯಯಾತ್ರೆ ಆಸಾಂ ರಾಜ್ಯವನ್ನು ತಲುಪಿದ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿಯ BJP ಧ್ವಜವನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅನೇಕ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರು ಆ ಪಾದಯಾತ್ರೆಯನ್ನೇ ತಡಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆದಂಥ ಏನು ನಾವು TV ಮಾಧ್ಯಮದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ವೈಫಲ್ಯ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪೊಲೀಸರ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ ನಿಭಾಯಿಸುವಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ವಿಫಲಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದೇನವರು ಕೂಡ BJP ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಜೊತೆ ಸೇರಿ ಈ ಯಾತ್ರೆ ಬಂದ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ BJPಯವರ ಕುಮ್ಮಕ್ಕು ಅನ್ನುವ ವಿಚಾರವನ್ನು ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ತೀವ್ರವಾಗಿ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಕಮಿಟಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಅದನ್ನು ತೀವ್ರವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಖಂಡಿಸ್ತೀವಿ.
One leader after another from Karnataka Congress coming out and making these comments against the Ram Mandir, against the Prime Minister and the BJP. BC Nagesh, former Minister of Karnataka, senior leader of the BJP, joining us on the broadcast. So thank you so much for speaking with us here on CNN News 18. How do you see these comments that are coming to the fore from the Chief Minister himself, where he says this is not, we worship Mahatma Gandhi's Ram and not the BJP's Ram, then personal doubts being raised on the Prime Minister as well?
As you know that Congress has failed like anything. people with the strong hopes of getting something out of Congress. They had voted Congress, but the Congress is unable to do anything, neither development nor give some personal social obligation which they had promised. Secondly, there are no one to take seats for the parliamentary elections. So some leaders who want to get MP seats want to satisfy their leaders like Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka. So to satisfy them, the only way they feel is to talk against Modi and its administration, because it has been appreciated from every look and corner that Modi work done by Modi. So Congress, because to satisfy its own people, they have failed like anything. They are doing such things. They doesn't have anything to say about whatever they said. They were unable to do it properly. So they want to...
Just about the Prime Minister, we in fact had Virappa Moily, a senior leader of the Congress party, a former union minister, come out and said that if the Prime Minister didn't actually fast for 11 days, then the fact that he was inside the Sanctum Sanctorum yesterday for the ceremony makes the Sanctum Sanctorum and the temple in itself impure. How do you think, why do you think they would make comments like this that not just targets the Prime Minister but also affects the faith of millions of people in this country?
They are ready to do anything to get their seats and to come to the power. As you know, Virappa Moily has been aged and he is former Chief Minister of Karnataka and former Central Minister also. Congress is not going to give a seat for him. So to appease his own leaders, he wants to scold Modi, and even they are ready to tell anything about the country also. As you saw how they behaved in Maldives case. Every case they are behaving like that. So they want to satisfy their own leaders. By appeasing them, they want to get the seat. But no one is ready to come and stand in the name of in Congress.
Yes. BC Nagesh, thank you so much for speaking with us here on CNN News 18. Sanket Yanagi of the Congress party is with us, Malvika Avinash of the BJP with us as well. Sanket Yanagi, let me come to you first. Several leaders of the Congress party coming out and making comments about the Pran Pratishtha ceremony. We have Virappa Moily come out and say that the Sanctum Sanctorum would be impure if the Prime Minister didn't indeed fast for those 11 days. Don't you think this is something that affects the faith of several people in this country?
First of all, what Mr. Moily has said is about the truth and scientific evidence and scientific basis he is talking about. And secondly, for the first time in the history of India or in the history of any other country, it is being shown in the national TV that a Prime Minister is taking bath. It is in a public place. This is not something acceptable to a civilized society. And secondly, the Prime Minister claims that he was fasting for 11 days and all. But medically, it is quite challenging. The way Prime Minister behaved or conducted himself did not match with the claim which they have made that he was fasting and all. So that is what with a scientific temperament, Mr. Moily might have spoken. And anyway, it is to be tested with a scientific analysis only. There is nothing wrong to talk about the science and the medical science.
Sure, stay on with me. Malvika Avinash, if you heard what Sanket Yanagi says, he says that scientifically it may be impossible, which is why these questions are being raised. What's so wrong in that?
Mr. Virappa Moily's comments are extremely unbecoming for a person who has been in politics for so many years, who has been a chief minister and former union minister. So it's truly unbecoming on his part to be making such comments. Not enough he's made them here as a Congress spokesman who's trying to defend them by furthering the ridiculousness of the argument itself. What is scientific about it? Isn't fasting a part of this culture for the last 10,000 years or more? What is unscientific about it? I don't understand. What is he talking about? Scientific temperament. Who are these people? Who are they really? Questioning the faith of millions of people across the world. The world has witnessed a historic moment for India, for Hindus, for all of us. And they are unable to bear it. And therefore, out of sheer jealousy, they speak like this. It's not just jealousy, it's moral, political bankruptcy also. They are absolutely out of anything to say to dissuade the people from loving Modi ji. That's all I can say.
Sanket Yanagi, it's a jittery Congress, a jittery opposition ahead of 2024, which is why we see comments like this, says the BJP.
So first of all, the people in India and abroad are aware how BJP and Mr. Modi are big enough to claim fake claims or make tall fake claims. There is no surprise in that. They made us so much of claim about the Bengal recently, which we have all witnessed. And now they are not talking about the Bengal. Now they talk about Ram Mandir because there is an election. Earlier, before this election in the state of Karnataka, they made tall claims about Bajrang Bali and they chanted Bajrang Bali's mantras, Hanuman Chalisa, so on. But Bajrang Bali did not help them because Bajrang Bali knew that these people are fake. And now their fakeism is being exposed in juxtaposition to the scientific material or evidence. So they are quite rotted. And it is quite common at the end of the BJP to face such consequences for having made the false claim or untenable or baseless claims which are totally opposite to the scientific temperament. That's all right.
Sure, there is a war of narratives we see playing out as far as the Ram Mandir and the Pran Pratishtha ceremony takes place. Unfortunately, the politics continue. Sanket Yanagi, thank you so much for speaking with us here on CNN News 18 and sharing your perspective. We'll keep a track of that political fight and much more here on this edition of Nation at 5. Back after a few minutes after this quick break. Do stay tuned.
Modi's
आगे की व्यवस्था करवा दो।
Welcome back. You're watching Nation at 5. Yesterday, we saw the Pran Pratishtha ceremony take place of the Grand Ram Temple in Ayodhya. Today, there was a swarm of devotees that waited in the harsh cold since 3 a.m. waiting for the temple doors to be open for them to catch a glimpse of Ram Lalla. We saw Ram Lalla and the idol in all its glory yesterday. We saw the Pran Pratishtha ceremony take place. The Prime Minister addressed the gathering thereafter, talking about what Ram means for this country and what the ideals mean for us and how we need to walk on that path from here on. CNN News 18 was one of the first news channels to get inside the Ram Temple after the VVIPs left. We were one of the first ones to get you a sneak peek of what the new temple looked like, what the idol looked like. Take a look at those reports.
All roads are leading to Ayodhya after the Pran Pratishtha ceremony yesterday in the presence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath amongst the others as well. You can actually see the kind of arrangements that are there as well. The administration is having a tough time over here. In fact, allowing people to come and access the location after scores of people have actually lined up from as early as 3 o'clock in the morning to try and get a darshan of the temple. People are on foot, people are on cycle, people are walking around with their luggage as well. काशी से आए हो?
हाँ, हम काशी से आए हैं और यहाँ अयोध्या आने पर हमारे हिंदुओं की आस्था का जो प्रतीक था और जो 550 वर्ष से चल रहा था ये विवाद, और मोदी ने लोकतांत्रिक ढंग से न्याय प्रणाली के तहत कार्य पूर्ण किया, मंदिर हमारा बना और कल हम हिंदुओं का गर्व लौटा। और यहाँ की व्यवस्था देखकर, यहाँ के लोगों का अनुशासन देखकर और यहाँ की सेवा भाव देखकर हम काशी के ही नहीं पूरे भारत के लोग प्रसन्न हैं।
आप पैदल जा रहे हैं क्योंकि कोई बस नहीं मिल रही है?
नहीं, यहाँ तो साधन थोड़ा भीड़ की वजह से एडजस्ट नहीं है, बाकी व्यवस्था बहुत अच्छी है। और हम औरैया से हैं।
आप बताइए, आप कहाँ से आए हैं साहब?
मैनपुरी से।
आप आए हैं यहाँ पे दर्शन करने के लिए, बहुत भीड़ है, आप कैसे करेंगे दर्शन?
कोई बात नहीं, प्रभु का आशीर्वाद लेने के लिए भीड़ में ही आनंद है।
I would like to give sense to our viewers. This is an entry to Ayodhya. This is 4 kilometers ahead of Ram Janmabhoomi, and you can see the UP police is stopping vehicles here. None of the vehicles are being allowed beyond this point. In fact, the media vehicles are also not being allowed by UP police, and this is a situation of all checkpoint at the borders of Ayodhya. In fact, you can see a lot of devotees are coming from various parts of the countries, and they are being asked to take a walk towards Ram Janmabhoomi, but none of the vehicles and the buses are being allowed. So this is these are some measures that UP police has taken. In fact, the senior officials have also been deployed here. As far as mismanagement is concerned, look, there were too many VIPs yesterday in Ayodhya. In fact, there are too many requests for the VIP darshans also inside the temple premises, and the cops are mainly deployed to create passages for VIPs and also for the smooth darshans of VIP. That could be one of the reasons. The second reason that for the mismanagement could be that till late evening there were a lot of event related programs which were happening inside the temple, and the passage and all these devotees who were standing on both sides of the roads after the events tried to enter inside the premises to seek the darshan of Ram Lalla, which couldn't be possible because till late evening there was normal citizen was not allowed.
Moving on now, the rift within alliance partners in the India bloc, especially as far as West Bengal is concerned, seems to be only widening. It's Mamata Banerjee versus the left versus the Congress, and the war of words is only escalating with barbs being traded from each side. Mamata Banerjee came out and said that the Congress is trying to help the BJP. That is why they want to weaken the regional party in the state, which is the TMC, and play the big brother's role. That is something that's not acceptable to the TMC, she says. She also then went on to accuse the left party. She says, I cannot be joining ranks with those people that I have been fighting for over 3 decades. Now it looks like all is well, says Rahul Gandhi. It may be all's well as far as the optics go of it, but as far as the nitty-gritties go, especially as far as seat sharing for West Bengal between the alliance partners go, that is a non-starter, and that surely is going to be a headache come 2024 elections.
और बंगला में हम जब इंडिया का मीटिंग करते हैं इंडिया नाम हमने दिया, लेकिन मेरे का दुख का बात है एक कहने का, हम लोग मीटिंग में जाते हैं, हम देखते हैं सीपीएम मीटिंग को कंट्रोल करते हैं, जिसको साथ 34 साल हमारा जिंदगी में लड़ाई किया हमने, हम उसको कोई एडवाइस नहीं मानेंगे।
From the very beginning, Trinamool Congress started off as a camp against CPIM. Her only utility to Indian politics is how to demolish left, not RSS, not BJP. That's why immediately after formation, within week, she went with the NDA.
जो हमारा सीट नेगोशिएशन है वो चल रहा है, उसका रिजल्ट आएगा, कंक्लूजन आएगा, उसके बारे में मैं यहाँ कमेंट नहीं करना चाहता हूँ। बट हमारा ममता जी के साथ मेरा पर्सनल और पार्टी का बहुत अच्छा रिश्ता है। हाँ, थोड़ा थोड़ा होता रहता है, कभी कोई उनका कोई बोल देता है, हमारा कोई बोल देता है। दीज आर नेचुरल थिंग्स, दीज आर नॉट थिंग्स दैट आर गोइंग टू डिसरप्ट एनीथिंग।
Party Supremo and Chief Minister Madam Mamata Banerjee has categorically said that Congress should fight straight against BJP in 300 seats, where Trinamool Congress is not going to contest. But the saddest part of the story is, in our state of West Bengal, this Congress is moving in a different direction. Here they are not in a mood to fight BJP. Rather, here they are in a mood to weaken Trinamool Congress, the only anti-BJP force. And for the same, they are joining hands with CPIM, they are joining hands with ISF, and they are saying ugly words against our party Supremo Madam Mamata Banerjee as well. Our Supremo has also said categorically that Congress should realize their own strength. They must not forget that they are having 0 members of West Bengal Legislative Assembly.
With that, it's time for a quick break here on this edition of Nation at 5. But there's lots lined up for you on the other side. We have special reports coming in the run-up to India's 75th Republic Day. Do stay tuned for that.
सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। राम आ गए हैं।
Brought to you by
आगे की व्यवस्था करवानी
Welcome back. In 2 days from now, India is going to be celebrating its 75th Republic Day. We've already seen dress rehearsals take place here in the national capital. The Republic Day parade is going to be a mix of the tri-services contingent. Nari Shakti is going to be on full display. We had the dress rehearsals take place this morning as well. 10:30 a.m. on Friday is when the Republic Day parade will start from Vijay Chowk on to the Kartavya Path. Those are some of the exclusive reports that my colleague Akash is getting to us, speaking to the stakeholders who are going to be a part of that parade.
Republic Day is a special occasion, and this year indigenous vehicles and equipments from the armed forces are going to make it even more special. Well, I'm standing in front of a specialist mobility vehicle in front of me, in fact, and this vehicle is a multi-purpose vehicle which has been designed and developed here in India only, and we have been given to understand that at this point in time, this year, in Republic Day parade, we are going to see this particular vehicle in the parade, and I'll try to talk to the person concerned as to what are the functionalities, what are the capabilities and why it is so important.
पंजाब में चंडीगढ़ असेंबल होती है जी।
अच्छा,
ये पानी में भी चल सकती है जी, बर्फ में, रेत में, दलदल में।
अच्छा, ये मतलब सब जगह चल सकता है। तो अभी आप लोगों ने आर्मी को ये दे दिए हैं, कितने ट्रक दे दिए हैं ऐसे?
अभी तो ऑर्डर मिला ही, अभी देना ही।
अच्छा।
परेड के लिए 2 गाड़ी आई है।
परेड के लिए 2 गाड़ी आई।
हाँ जी।
अच्छा, थोड़ा अगर हमें एक बार अंदर से भी दिखा पाएं, और दोनों ट्रक जो हैं वो इस बार कहें कि परेड में दिखाई देंगे। There you see, you have these seats inside this particular truck. This is the specialist mobility vehicle which we have been given to understand is capable of going into any sort of terrain and can carry at least 9 passengers and more than 1,000 kilo weight. Also, we have been told that at this point in time in the Republic Day parade, we are going to see 2 such trucks. This is the specialist mobility vehicle that is going to be center of attraction here in Republic Day parade 2024. A number of indigenous vehicles will be seen in Republic Day Parade 2024, and one such vehicle is this all-terrain vehicle. When we talk about the specifications, so we have been told that it can go to elevation points of 45 degree and is feasible working in terrains like what we have in Eastern Ladakh and also in Arunachal Pradesh. Talk to us about the particular display in the Republic Day parade. Other than this particular vehicle, what all we have in the indigenous category, and also if you can talk to us about the specification of this vehicle.
Talking about this particular vehicle, this is the ATV, the all-terrain vehicle. The specialty of this vehicle is that unlike the other vehicles, this vehicle can have the elevation of 45 degrees and depression of 60 degrees, and it can accommodate the troop strength of 4+2. And the particular thing about this is the suspension. It can wade across the certain obstacles, majorly in the northern terrain. And this particular being the ATV is indigenously made. This is
Sir, how many people can sit at once in this particular vehicle, and with weapon or without weapon?
Total of 3 people can sit in this particular vehicle and 2 at the back along with 1 driver.
This is the kind of suspension that we have. In fact, it looks very fascinating, and as far as officers are concerned, so they are in fact saying that this year you're going to see these indigenous vehicles. Some of them have been inducted and some of them are under trial, and Indian Army will be inducting these vehicles officially in the army. We know about drone-based drugs deliveries, drone-based weapon deliveries by Pakistan in the northern borders, and this is the reason why this device in front of me is very important. This time on Republic Day, we are going to see this drone jammer in the display, and I'll try to talk to the officer concerned as to what are the specifications and what is the work of this particular jammer. I'm joined by Madam Lieutenant Colonel Ankita Chauhan. Ma'am, if you can tell us about the particular device, the particular equipment, and also the kind of indigenization that we have in this particular device.
Right. Firstly, morning to you. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Ankita Chauhan. I'm the contingent commander for the drone jammer system, which is a recently inducted equipment by the Corps of Signals. So it is a countermeasure equipment which addresses the issue of the hostile drone activities, unauthorized hostile drone activities by countering the communication link. So it disrupts the communication link as well as the navigation link, because of which the drone ultimately falls off.
This is going to be a part of the display that we are going to see in the Republic Day Parade 2024, and Indian Army is going to see a number of indigenous products, and one of such product is this drone jammer that is very useful and very essential for the armed forces. And given the fact that we have activities in Jammu and Kashmir, activities in Punjab, to counter those activities, this device is very important. First of all, welcome to India, and my first question, if you can talk to us about the kind of practice and the kind of feeling, because you are going to march with Indian troops and on this important occasion when we are celebrating our Republic Day.
Okay. Thank you. So first I would like to thank India for the invitation. We are very honored to be here in India. So yes, every day we wake up very early in the morning. So we arrive near Kartavian Pass and starting to warm up. Okay. Then the musicians are playing little songs and the Indian soldiers are very fond about it. So that's very nice. And then we go, but the French Legion, this is the soldiers will march in the Kartavia Pass. We say often that they are very good in a parade, so they like it. So it's not a bad mission for us. It's more than a mission. It's a pleasure. It's an honor to do it every day. So I think we will ready for the D-Day, and we'll make our best for our Indian friends.
Some breaking news now coming in Mira Bhayandar area of Mumbai, on the outskirts of Mumbai. Yesterday, after the Pran Pratishtha ceremony, there was violence and scuffle that was witnessed. We're given to understand 13 people were arrested, and now bulldozer action has also followed. We're given to understand that sections of the BJP had put out on social media appealing to the state government to ensure that there was strict action that was taken, even hinting at bulldozer action against the accused. We're now given to understand that not only was heavy police force deployed, but one of the accused's home was also bulldozed.
Vinaya, my colleague, now joining us, getting us more details of what exactly transpired. Vinaya, 13 people were already arrested yesterday, but what is the reason, what is the justification that the government has given for this swift kind of bulldozer action that we saw?
Well, we have seen that for the last 2 to 3 days, there was communal tension at Mira Bhayandar. There was tension between two groups, clashes that had happened 2 days ago, and there was heavy police deployment thereafter. Now, we have seen that after those clashes in Mira Bhayandar area, Mira Road area, the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis, had also spoken to the media, saying that there was a lot of illegal activity that was going on at Mira Bhayandar. In fact, people were living illegally, had constructed buildings and shops illegally, and that all action against illegal structures will be taken. As of now, the Municipal Commission says that it will take some time to give out details about the exact action, but clearly all unauthorized properties which are related to the accused are the ones that are being targeted by the local authorities, is the information that is coming forth. Now remember, there was a clear-cut hint that was given by the Deputy Chief Minister right yesterday, saying that we will not spare anybody who is guilty. In fact, even after 13 persons were arrested, we saw that there was further tension late last night at Mira Road itself. We are seeing that there was heavy police bandobast today, where CRPF was also called in, and the police held a march past on the streets of Mira Road. Today, the police say that the situation is under control, but now, as per the kind of statement that the Deputy Chief Minister had given just yesterday, saying that no action will, nobody will be spared from strict action. We are seeing that bulldozer action has ensued. In fact, all those properties who are related to the accused who were involved in the clashes, all those illegal properties are the ones which are being demolished. This comes after a section of the BJP had also goaded the Deputy Chief Minister to take strict action against the accused, saying that these illegalities need to stop and that it was time for bulldozer action. In fact, one of the BJP leaders, Mohit Kamboj, had even put out a tweet putting out the photograph of a bulldozer, saying that request to Devendra Fadnavis ji, मीरा रोड में अब बुलडोजर की जरूरत आ गई है, अभी एक भी नहीं बचना चाहिए, चुन चुन एक एक पत्थर का जवाब जोरदार मिलेगा. So this is the kind of tweet that was put out just recently by one of the BJP leaders seeking action against the illegal structures after the clashes that were seen at Mira Road. Even after 13 arrests, we saw that tension did take place at Mira Road even yesterday late night, and today we are seeing that there is bulldozer action at Mira Road, which is in the Mumbai metropolitan area, which is not in Mumbai Municipal Corporation limits, but this is the neighboring area. This is where the bulldozer action is taking place.
And it'll be interesting to see how the political reactions come in, because the state government going on to justify the action that has been taken promptly after clashes broke out in that particular area on the outskirts of Mumbai. For the moment, Vinaya, thank you so much for getting us the latest on that. It's a wrap from my side here on this edition of Nation at 5. Toya joins you next with Plain Speak.
If our foreign policy were more true to who we were and who we are, how would those decisions have been different? And you can say this now, 75 years later, with the benefit of hindsight, those were the best informed decisions.
I have struggled with exactly that point, which is why I decided to write that one chapter, The Roads Not Taken.
You don't want to attend the Pran Pratishtha event because, you will become smaller players in a larger BJP or a Prime Minister show. But the Congress party and its leaders still do what they accuse the BJP of.
Bhagwan Krishna said every karma has some doshas, there will be some flaws in it. But you have to see positive things of so much. That weighs more.
So, is there anything wrong with the PM being the Yajman?
I don't know. Not